helicopters from some of the surrounding complexes. Yesterday we had a ship come down off the complex to the north and flew forth with us all day, which really helped. I think if we can continue to do that and we retain the ship we've got, I think we're going to be able to deal with the fires here.
When will those two on their off time, when will those return?
They may not be reassigned to our fire. We've put an order back in to order those helicopters back, or one similar to them, and so that's kind of looked at in a larger geographic area. If there's a higher priority for fire than maybe what we're dealing with, they could be diverted there, or if not, they may come back to us. So,
air tankers?
We have not had a real need for air tankers on these fires. They're just the terrain we're in and such. We have not had a significant fire spread, a moving fire, so we've not felt that we've had the need for air tankers on these fires anyway.
Yeah. Thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Just a comment, Chief. Back to my colleague in regards to fighting fire in the wilderness. Thanks to our congressional representative, Mike Thompson, and the expansion of the California wilderness situation of 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, there was changing in strategy inserted in that expansion of the wilderness that allowed for mechanized equipment in wilderness areas as deemed fit by the incident commander. Prior to that, no mechanized equipment was generally allowed within wilderness areas, chainsaws, portable pumps, et cetera, et cetera. Now this change has taken place, and even up to, due to intensity of the allowance of bulldozers, et cetera. So it's all now on the incident commander for the use of the equipment due to this wording that Congressman Thompson inserted. So it is for the benefit. It's working out really well, and it was a good thing. So just to clarify a couple points.
Okay.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Members of the public wishing to speak to either CAL FIRE or the U.S. Forest Service complex situations. Please step forward.
I'm Julie Rogers, Mendocino County Fire Safe Council. I like to look at this situation as a huge opportunity. No, it's really a cup half full rather than a cup half empty. And although the fires have been really stressful to a lot of people and have caused a lot of cost and heartache, lost night's sleep, and all those things, it really provides a huge opportunity for us. We have now some fire breaks where we didn't have them before. We have less flammable vegetation, so that if we do have a major fire, such as the ones that we tend to see in Southern California, we already have some fire breaks in place. We have less fuel to burn, and our people, our citizens, are much more in tune to the whole situation now that they do see that Mendocino County can experience wildfires. So people are listening to the fire safe message more. And I would like to say that in addition to all the firefighters, the volunteers, the paid, everyone who has come in, we have some local citizens in our county who've really stepped up to the plate and done a magnificent job, especially in situations where the fire engines weren't able to be there the first day or two because there just weren't enough engines and nobody even knew where all the fires were. So I think that the people of our county have really done a magnificent job. So also, we've distributed this publication, which I gave out to you before, all over the county, and we're redistributing it. I'm in the process right now of trying to get enough funds to reprint it for the people that didn't get it. And then just for your interest also, we very recently developed a pamphlet called Developing Water Supplies for Fire Protection. This was written by Anderson Valley Fire Chief Colin Wilson, and we have many of those copies available. We're not going to mail them out to the whole county, but I'd like to give you copies of them. And we have had a number of people who got this information and acted upon it, and therefore there has been more water available to the firefighters. So overall, thank you. This is really an amazing opportunity for us, and I'll be back and reminding you of what some of those are. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Rogers. Please.
Double dipping. Louis Bigfoot, thank you. I'd like to thank Julie Rogers, excuse me. I have a neighbor, Julie. I have a neighbor with the same name, so it's difficult. Julie Rogers has done fantastic work. Fire Safe Council. She has helped organize all my neighbors, the area, Spring Creek, Third Gate, Second Gate, Swarm, the whole road association. Her efforts are phenomenal. And with CAL FIRE, they came out to our neighborhood twice now, and it's 3 times, I believe, and met with the neighbors. Everybody out there is aware of what needs to be done, but it's behind the curve. Fire has not hit that area. Brook Trails, this is the suburbs of Brook Trails now, out Sherwood Road. Fire has not hit that area since the 50s, and the undergrowth and the dead and dying and all the disease are phenomenal. And the CAL FIRE came out and recognized that, and I have to applaud them. They have time to do all of this. It's a phenomenal, as well as the Brook Trails Fire Chief. He came out as well, and Julie came out, and we've had meetings. They were out here at Spring Creek again last week, organizing neighbors, and that was just during that lightning strike, and the neighbors were totally alarmed at possible more lightning, which didn't occur last week. And their main concerns were how to we evacuate at that point, because they realized that there was just no way between the 3 or 4 days before the weekend, the threat of lightning, which never happened, which still could happen. And interesting is that the lightning occurred on solstice. The 20th and the 21st is when the lightning occurred, right on the solstice, which is 2 days after the full moon. And I just let everybody know that the full moon is coming, and that could be another lightning strike, which will be in 10 days, the 16th or 18th, I'm sure. I'm not sure which day it is exactly, but thanks again, CAL FIRE. Thank you so much. And Brook Trails and all the firefighters in Laytonville and beyond. Our neighborhood has been spared. We've been blessed. I don't know how. I mean, thank you very much.
Supervisor Pinchas.
Just a comment, Lewis. You realize this evening we're having a meeting in Brook Trails about the Brook Trails Second Access Road. So, it's certainly an important, and I hope that this board treats the second access road coming out of Brook Trails as a top road priority. But that scoping meeting will be the first analysis of the proposals tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions, concerns, comments from the board to the chiefs? Okay. We do appreciate all of you coming here today. Sometimes it's not easy to get pulled away from the incident, and the public appreciates it, and the board certainly does too, so thank you again. Before we go into closed session, there is a member of the public that wishes to speak under public comment. That's Chris Stone. Oh, I'm sorry. Chief Romero, did you have any comments?
No.
Okay.
Are we done with the fire stuff?
Yes.
Different issue.
Yes, different
Thanks for
issue.
your time.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Chris, please step forward. Thank you.
Chris Stone speaking on behalf of Ukiah Land, proponent of the Gardens Gate subdivision in southern Ukiah. On May 30th, I presented a letter to Chief Executive Tom Mitchell regarding concerns I had about planning departments following board direction